Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're dreaming of a magical winter trip to the UK, then you've come to the right place. I've just come back from the most incredible 2-week adventure, and I'm so excited to share my full itinerary with you, packed with tips, tricks, and unforgettable moments. This journey takes us from the bustling streets of London to the historic heart of Glasgow, with plenty of festive cheer along the way. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's dive into planning your perfect British getaway. My adventure began on December 5th, heading to São Paulo's Guarulhos Airport for a late-night flight. Pro tip for long-haul flights, arriving 3 hours early is non-negotiable. It gives you plenty of time to check in, drop your bags, and maybe even grab a final Pio de Queijo before you go. The excitement was already building as I boarded, ready for the UK. After a long flight, I landed in London on December 6th. First things first, navigating the city. I took the Piccadilly line directly from the airport to South Kensington. Then a quick switch to the Circle line, which dropped me off at Queensway Station. My home for the first leg of the trip was the smart Hyde Park, a fantastic and budget-friendly choice right next to the beautiful Hyde Park. After checking in, I spent the rest of the day just soaking it all in, getting my bearings, and fighting off that jet lag with a brisk walk through the park. It's the best way to acclimate and feel the city's energy. The next day, December 7th, was all about one of my favorite places in London, the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden. I had a behind-the-scenes tour booked for the afternoon. If you're a fan of theater, ballet, or opera, this is an absolute must-do. You get to see the incredible craftsmanship of the sets, the stunning costumes up close, and even peek into the Royal Ballet's practice studios. It gives you such a deep appreciation for the artistry that goes into every single performance. Covent Garden itself was sparkling with Christmas lights, making the whole experience even more magical. On December 8th, I found myself back at the Royal Opera House, but this time for something a little different. A lunchtime recital. These are amazing, intimate concerts held in one of the smaller halls. It has a chance to see world-class musicians for a fraction of the price of an evening show. I grabbed a quick lunch from a nearby market and enjoyed some breathtaking music. It's a perfect cultural pit stop that doesn't take up your whole day, leaving you plenty of time to explore more of London's iconic sights. December 9th was dedicated to a day trip outside the city. I took a train from Paddington Station to Hanborough to visit the magnificent Blenheim Palace. You might recognize it as the birthplace of Sir Winston Churchill. The palace and its grounds are simply breathtaking, especially during the festive season when they have their famous Christmas market and light trail. Walking through the grand staterooms and then exploring the vast frosty gardens felt like stepping into a historical drama. It's an easy and highly recommended escape from the city hustle. After a packed few days, I took a day to rest and recharge on the 10th. Travel can be exhausting, and it's so important to build in some downtime. Then, on December 11th, I dove back into the art scene with a visit to the Mako Museum. It's a contemporary art museum near Marble Arch, featuring works by artists like Banksy and Yayoi Kusama. It's a really fun, modern, and thought-provoking space. The exhibits are super Instagrammable, but more importantly, they really make you think. A great contrast to the more classical art I'd be seeing later in the trip. On December 12th, it was time to head north to Scotland. I took a train to Glasgow, a city with a completely different vibe from London gritty, creative and incredibly friendly. After checking in, I immediately set out to explore. I started with the imposing Glasgow Cathedral, a stunning example of medieval architecture. From there, it was a short walk to George Square, the city's principal square, which was all decked out for Christmas. To end the night, I had to visit the legendary music venue, King Tut's Wah Wah Hut. It's famous for being the place where Oasis was discovered, and the atmosphere is just electric. My Glaswegian exploration continued on December 13th. I spent the morning at the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum. This place is a treasure trove. It has everything from ancient artifacts to impressionist paintings, and even a Spitfire plane hanging from the ceiling. I made sure to catch one of the daily organ recitals on the magnificent pipe organ in the main hall. The acoustics are just phenomenal. In the afternoon, I indulged in some retail therapy along Buchanan Street, known as the Style Mile, browsing through the shops at Buchanan Galleries. Glasgow is a fantastic city for shopping, art, and music lovers. The next day, December 14th, I hopped on a train and made my way back down to London for the final leg of my UK adventure. It was a good travel day, just watching the beautiful British countryside roll by and getting excited for the last few days in the capital. On December 15th, I embarked on another epic day trip, this time to the iconic White Cliffs of Dover. I took a high-speed train from St. Pancras International to Dover Priory. The journey itself is quick and scenic. Standing on top of those brilliant white chalk cliffs, looking out over the English Channel, is a truly awe-inspiring experience. The coastal path offers incredible views, and the brisk sea air is so refreshing. It's a powerful and symbolic landscape that feels quintessentially British. Don't forget to wear sturdy shoes. December 16th was a day I'd been looking forward to since I booked the trip. I returned to the Royal Opera House to see a matinee performance of the Nutcracker. Seeing this classic Christmas ballet in such a historic and beautiful venue was an absolute dream come true. The costumes, the music, the dancing, everything was pure perfection. It was the ultimate festive experience and a memory I will cherish forever. If you're in London during the holidays, you absolutely have to see a show. With my trip winding down, I dedicated December 17th to one of the world's greatest museums, the British Museum. You could honestly spend weeks here and not see everything. I focused on a few key areas I wanted to see, like the Rosetta Stone, the Parthenon marbles, and the Egyptian mummies. It's a fascinating and at times overwhelming journey through human history and culture. My advice is to pick a few exhibits that interest you most and take your time, rather than trying to rush through it all. After a final day of soaking up the London atmosphere, doing some last-minute souvenir shopping, and packing my bags, it was time to go home. On December 19th, I headed to Heathrow in the evening for my flight back to São Paulo. It was a bittersweet farewell to a country that had offered so much history, culture, and festive magic. And that's a wrap on my 2-week winter itinerary for the UK. I hope this has given you some inspiration for your own trip. It was the perfect mix of big city excitement, historic landmarks, stunning nature, and incredible art. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more travel guides and adventures. Let me know in the comments which part of this trip you'd love to do most. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.